You have felt this before. You stand up too fast, and for just a second, the world tilts. Your vision dims at the edges, your head goes light, and then, just as quickly, it's gone. Most people think it means they stood up too fast, but what actually happened in those 2 seconds is one of the most elegant emergency systems in your entire body, and almost nobody knows it's running. Pillar 1. The pressure drop. The moment you stand, gravity does something brutal. Around 500 milliliters of your blood, roughly 2 full cans of soda, drops instantly into your legs and lower abdomen. Your heart suddenly has less blood to pump. Your blood pressure falls, and your brain, sitting at the very top of your body, is the first organ to feel it. That brief dimming of your vision, that is your brain telling you the fuel supply just dropped. Pillar 2. The pressure sensor. Here is where it gets extraordinary. Buried in the walls of your carotid arteries, the vessels running up both sides of your neck, are tiny stretch receptors called baroreceptors. Their only job is to measure pressure. When you were lying down, those vessels were full, the walls were stretched, and the baroreceptors were firing steadily, sending a calm signal to your brain. Everything is stable. The moment blood drains away, the vessel walls go slack, the baroreceptors go quiet, and that silence is the alarm. Pillar 3. The brain's emergency line. That alarm travels in milliseconds to a region of your brainstem called the medulla, specifically a cluster of neurons called the nucleus of the solitary tract. Think of it as your body's 24-hour dispatch center. The moment it detects the drop in baroreceptor signals, it does 2 things simultaneously. First, it fires your sympathetic nervous system, which squeezes the blood vessels in your legs and abdomen, pushing blood back toward your heart. Second, it tells your heart to beat faster, so that the smaller amount of blood arriving gets pumped harder. Vasoconstriction and tachycardia, 2 throttles opened at the same time. This entire cascade takes under 3 seconds. Pillar 4. When the system is slow. In a healthy young person, the correction is complete before the dizziness even registers, but several things can slow this system down. Dehydration reduces total blood volume, so there is less to redirect. Certain blood pressure medications blunt the sympathetic response. Prolonged bed rest weakens the vascular squeeze reflex, and as we age, baroreceptor sensitivity naturally declines, which is why orthostatic hypotension, the clinical name for this, becomes significantly more common after the age of 65 and is one of the leading causes of falls in older adults. If the dizziness lasts more than a few seconds, causes you to grab for support, or happens consistently, that is your body telling you the reflex is taking too long. Pillar 5. What this means for you. Clinically, when we see a blood pressure drop of 20 millimeters of mercury or more in systolic pressure within 3 minutes of standing, we call that orthostatic hypotension. It shows up in emergency rooms after blood loss, in postoperative patients, in anyone dehydrated, and in patients whose autonomic nervous system has been damaged by diabetes or Parkinson's disease. The fix in most cases is not a drug, it is volume, fluid in the tank before the reflex even needs to fire. Try this tonight. Before you stand up from bed tomorrow morning, pause. Sit at the edge for 5 seconds. Let your baroreceptors preload. Let the vessels pre-squeeze. Then stand. If the dizziness disappears, you just felt the difference between a stressed reflex and a prepared one. That 5-second pause is exactly what we coach post-surgical patients to do, because the mechanism is the same. Your body already knows how to fix this. You just have to give it time. If you want to understand more of what your body is doing every week from the inside, Dr. Stix is here.